You're all alive. Welcome to the Pensacola Network.
Oh, we're live?
Yes, yes.
Hello, welcome to the Pensacola Network.
Hello, everyone. How you doing today?
Okay, that felt like I did it. Okay, Ron, use your voice.
Hello, everybody. You ready? Get started now. Everybody ready? Here we go.
Neil, stop flirting. Neil, stop flirting. Neil, stop flirting. Neil, stop flirting. Stop flirting, Neil. Stop flirting. We're live. We're live. You're flirting, Neil. I won't say your last name. I won't say your last name in case somebody's listening. Neil, S-I-M-O-N. Neil Simon is in there flirting. Neil Simon with Prime America is in there flirting. Did I just say that out loud? I don't know. I think we got our first Pensacola Network.
Oh, this kind of has over there.
I'm just trying to support. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all we got. Look, they got a bond.
Like CBS receipt. So
Yeah.
Well, let's start this again.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to the Pensacola Network.
Welcome, everybody.
There you go. We're excited to have you. Welcome everybody out there. And is that camera crooked? Is that camera crooked?
Camera's fine, my
Talk with
dear.
the cameraman.
Camera is good.
I think that's what Philip talked with the cameraman. Is the camera crooked?
It looks good on the thing.
It looks good on there. How's my throat? Okay.
He looks like Helen Berry, doesn't she?
Brian's throat was okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, welcome to the Pensacola Network. Welcome everybody on Facebook Live, Bantucola, WBQP Channel 12. What else are we on?
Well, World Wide Web. Everywhere. We're everywhere from. Everywhere.
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 And nowhere. Everywhere and nowhere. That's right. That's right. We're welcome. So I'm here with the incomparable Brian Wire.
Thank you, Robin.
You got no
Appreciate
hand
that.
claps on that.
I just want to make you excited for Robin's cheer. She's just amazing. I make sure everything's excited. So thank you,
Oh,
Robin.
yeah, we are something to share back together again. That's right. We have been missing for a while. Yes, because you dared to put your name in the hat of public service. Thank you for doing that, because I think that takes some bravery and
Thank you.
a whole lot of humbleness too, and just a whole lot of bravery. So thank you for doing that.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Robin. Appreciate it. I really want to be here tonight too, because Louie is our newly installed board member of the Gulf Coast Marine Chamber of Commerce. Just got installed a couple weeks ago. So I'm really proud to be here, Louie, and be here for that day. I really appreciate that.
Oh, I didn't know that you didn't bring her gift.
Louie, again?
You didn't bring Louis again. You bring him a gift.
All kind of gifts. All kind of gifts.
Bring him a gift.
Definitely did. Speaking of gifts, Robin and Lloyd won our award for Pensacola Networking as change agents for the Gulf Coast Marine Chamber of Commerce. So well deserved, and Lloyd and Robin have been changing the world for a long time, and so I'm glad that.
Well, thank you. That was really kind of y'all to do that. And that was so much fun. I'm gonna talk about the dancing in a second. But the deal is, everybody in here, that award goes to everybody, because we could not do this without everybody here. So y'all give yourselves a hand for that award. And maybe in our office, if y'all can't help it, it's y'all. I'm just saying. We're gonna keep it. It's like the Oscar, right? That was such a fun ceremony, your first annual
Membership meeting.
Yes. That was so fun. It felt like we were at the Oscars. It feels like we're at the Oscars now.
Yes.
It feels like we're at the Oscars now. It was so fun.
If the microphone starts going down, everybody, I'm sorry, I get a little long. Let's start raising down a little. I'll go down with the microphone. I'll get down a little bit. But I'm not gonna- Okay.
Dr. Watkins, you may have.
There we go. Got your help.
Tell us about that.
Well, we had our first annual membership meeting with the chamber. We had a couple weeks ago. We gave out awards, over 13 different awards in categories to our members. We installed brand new members to the chamber's board of directors. Louie did one of those. We acknowledge and recognize our existing members that we had. A little thing happened where whenever every once in a while I got an award and the DJ played music, people would dance up to the end of the award. And Robin did some amazing dance. I think Robin started the whole thing off actually.
No,
I think she did.
When you dance, there's so much around in my head.
She started it.
And it was a celebration.
Exactly. It was fun, and Robin started it off with the dancing, and everybody afterwards started dancing along, getting their awards.
I
Thank
just
you.
want to say that some people got down more than others.
They did. They did.
I like the diversity
More
in
number
age
than
that
others.
was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people got down more than others. Some of us just kind of took our cane and just kind of did it.
Dr. Wiley did great dancing. Rusty Branch surprised the whole crowd. Rusty Branch in the street.
Yes, that was, and then the mother with the two sons.
Yes.
The snow cones, that was, she was amazing, so she really represented her sons well. They may have been embarrassed by her, but we loved it, so.
Have it all on video, but I haven't released it yet. Take
Yeah,
anybody.
not released it.
I want to make sure I honor people's
It's
wishes.
just got my talent agent.
I will send you the video. You don't know
Okay.
it.
That was fun. Well, so thank y'all for being here. So, do we have any new people?
First time.
Okay, yes, first timers, yes. So stand up and let's welcome our new people. This is our first time here. Yes. We asked you to say nothing now. It's like a Baptist church. You ain't gotta say nothing. Just be present. We call you, it's all right, sorry, lady. We call you virgins, so let's give it up for the virgins here. Some are more excited than others. Thank you. I was gonna say our virgin is coming and going, but that's gonna come off really wrong because Connie is moving, so. Connie has been here in the building for 7 years. So she is going to bigger and brighter things, but it's so exciting that she has added so much beauty to not only this building, but to Belmont the Builder. So Connie, thank you so much for what you.
I'm sorry I couldn't make it, but I'm always working on Fridays. I mean, people want to get their hair done on Fridays. We get ready for the weekend. They got in the plans. So yeah, I'm always in there, but I'm working. We're there.
We're there, but we're just starting to here. And we celebrate you and your new space. So y'all give it up for Connie.
Amazing food. Always so good. I tell you. Thank you so much. Listen.
Celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so thank you. She looks pretty in pink, and the table looks pretty in pink, and y'all ate the food?
Yes.
Yes, and no calories if you smile, right, Miss Niecy? She's enjoying this, but she knows selling the table. So y'all, yes, the Dorf Restaurant, amazing legacy in this neighborhood, and so she does our catering.
Thank you, Nancy. Appreciate it.
She has been one of our partners, and speaking of our sponsors, I think Lloyd had the banner up. Thank all of our sponsors, including one of our first partners, the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce, and all of our media partners, and everyone who helps to make this space, including the DeViller Square, One office to be available soon. Sorry. I'm just saying, we're trying to keep kicking off.
I'm just saying, she's
move out.
featured in Bella Magazine.
That means somebody else.
She's featured in the Pensacola News Journal.
And you're
Like, she's an incredible hairstylist.
Oh, don't leave.
Well, I think-
We're gonna hush you up in a second. Oh, okay.
She's fired.
Well, come on up, Connie, make an appearance on. Come on up. Take your shot. Tell us where your location is. So, this is Connie, I'm gonna get to the last name, because I always say, please on like you.
It's Faxon. It's Faxon.
Yes.
It's Constance Faxon. My salon is Faxon Styles. And
Yes.
I'm gonna be at 14 West Jordan Street.
Yes.
So I've been here since 2015, and my clientele has really, really grown. I specialize in natural, healthy hair. I don't do the, yeah, healthy hair. We do healthy hair. That's what our main focus is on, healthy hair. I know a lot of the younger people are into the lace fronts, and I don't do that because it is not good for your hair. It's not good for your hair. So we focus on healthy, beautiful, luxurious hair. So come and see me. I do have cards. I'll pass out cards before I leave. And if anybody's looking for a stylist, I'm available.
She wasn't expecting that.
I was not.
Is to connect people and to strengthen the community. So thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
So much. Appreciate it.
Great job.
I'll be celebrating. I know that's what they always do. So I'm good.
Great job on your performance speaking. Kind of good job.
Exactly.
Elevator pitch too. One of them elevator pitch too.
And y'all know we don't do shout outs here, so I'm gonna get my list of we don't do shout outs.
Mhm.
I got a whole list of we don't do shout outs.
We don't do shout outs.
This is and to Todd Perry, he said, you do shout outs, Rob. So first this is the, October, so we have trick or treat night. And you know what Halloween means in Belmont Village. We get to get some of that extra special Kool-Aid. You remember?
Yes, we do.
Have you had this?
I had this Kool-Aid. I'm still shaking a little bit from it. I'm still shaking a
It's a
little.
little addictive, huh?
It is.
I get in trouble when I say crack Kool-Aid. So I really shouldn't say it's crack Kool-Aid, and the bologna sandwiches are really good. Extra special food from DC, I shouldn't say that.
Wow.
But trick or treat night,
When's that happening?
oh, he's not even here to hear me say that. No.
When's that happening?
Monday, it's coming Monday, right in his park or his building at the Belmont Building from 6 to 8. So come and get some of the Kool-Aid that you're supposed to buy in a legal way. So y'all, it is addictive. It's good. But come on and bring your students, your babies out and all that, so we celebrate community with that. And then many of you know Elrico Tunstall, who started here with his manager of the year talent agency. He is going to have finally, I'm so excited about this. The Sacred Heart movie premiere is Saturday, November 5th from 7 to 9 at WSRE English Theater. All of these will be on our Pensacola Network page, and then we'll have a flash up there as well. And then on that same night, the 50th anniversary of the Prince Hall Shriners, Ronnie Cole, that's going to be Saturday, November 5th from 6 to 12 at Pensacola Improv. You can get like all dolled up.
It's a party over there.
It's a party, yes. You can do those. What kind of movie you do in the dance floor? What's your movie? Why you look at Harriet? This is the robot. This is the moonwalk. The bump.
Yeah.
You do the bump.
It's called a lack of moves.
Oh, I think we need it.
Oh, no.
I think we need an example. We got a doctor in the house. We got 2 doctors in the house. You may heal one way or the other.
Maybe later I have some more Kool-Aid.
Okay, all right. So that is November 5th. And then we have the bookstore, Nicole Leeson's store is opening up, the grand opening Black, the community cafe bookstore on November 12th from 11 to 2. In her location at on Martin Luther King Drive, 3497. And then Brian, the Chamber Business After Hours.
Yeah, we're having a joint business chamber after our Greater Pensacola Chamber on November 15th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. up at the Marriott on 9 Mile Road. So this is the opportunity for our 2 chambers to get together, have an after hours event, great chance to network, meet some people, have some great food, and get a chance to know both chambers a little better.
And y'all can sing this famous song when the Chambers get together.
Which one is that?
Everything is ours.
It's a sweet song. It is a sweet song.
Live together in perfect harmony. You can't afford to sing it, but you can't pay for it. Side by side on my piano.
That's a great deal.
Sweet Lord, oh Lord,
If we do, I think we're going to be credit for it, Rob.
no, you might be actually pretty for it.
So credit for us, bring that
To
to
me,
me.
I'm just saying y'all can do this together. That really is a good idea. So that's.
I did sing that at a Rotary. I did play that at a Rotary Club one time. At the presentation, I played that song as a way of getting everybody together, talk about it together.
Were you singing on key or off key?
Oh,
I was asking for the crowd.
I played as DJ mode. I didn't definitely do
Oh,
DJ.
okay.
Did like-
Okay. So I'm just saying that every night or every 6 weeks or
Pay the royalties.
Pay the royalties, that's right. And then we're excited about this. I'm gonna ask Nita to come up and talk about this for a second. The Belmont Village Heritage Festival. We've had a long history of festivals in this neighborhood celebrating the community and the culture. And so on Saturday, November 19th, 2022, from 12 to 7, right here on the block, you can bring your lawn chairs, bring your whatever you want to, and come on out. Whatever you want to legal, I'm just saying. You can make sure it's legal, Nikki, I'm just saying. I'm look at you, Mr. ZZ Top over there, I'm just saying, make sure it's legal. So they got music, art, drama, dance, children activities, merchandising, food, fun, and more. So you come on up and tell us about this idea. Hey, you get the microphone, just like you can preach your microphone.
I know. I trust you.
I'm standing right here by you. I'm not you. Yes. I'll turn it around this way.
Okay, this way. See it?
So they can see it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I already know. We have planned,
Oh,
we have planned a Belmont Village Fall Festival, Heritage Festival, with a heavy slant on heritage. With all that's going on in the community and so much diversity, we just felt like, at least I felt like it was important, because I've just been living here 3 years. I didn't know a lot. So I know there are new people that are moving in that simply don't know about the businesses and what's available in this area. So this festival is all about bringing everybody together and sharing our history and our future and where we want to go. So like she said, we will have music, we'll have live entertainment, we have bands that will be in the intersection of Belmont and the Village.
is Rihanna gonna be here?
No,
I'm just asking, she got a new get out. I'm just asking for the people. Go ahead.
didn't nobody put enough contribution.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking if Rihanna gonna be here. Go ahead.
But we're going to the streets. So all the vendors and everything will be in the streets. All people have to do is come out here with your lawn chairs, ready to have a good time.
And their money.
Exactly, because we want you to spend your money so we get vendors back next year, only more. This is a trial run, hasn't happened since 2015. Is that the last
I
one?
think it was a little bit before that. I mean,
Okay.
after that, yeah.
Okay.
2018, I think, 2019.
Okay. So we're trying to do this, we want to do it big. This was a short range planning thing, but those that are committed to the community came right out in support. So just, now we want the support from the community. Come on out.
All right. Thank you. Anything else?
I think it's Halloween, so maybe you can put jokes from Halloween. What do you think?
I love a good joke. You got a good joke?
I got a joke.
Okay, go ahead.
It's that joke, but why did all the monsters go to the bar?
Why?
They went in for the booze.
I can't even stand you right now. Where do ghosts go on vacation?
I don't know where.
To the Bahamas. or to Mallow.
So what do you call a pumpkin that's really bad and mean and does stupid things?
Wait, what?
A pumpkin that does stupid, bad, and mean things. What do you call a pumpkin that does that?
I don't know. A jacker.
A jackass lane train.
I'm sorry, y'all. Leave me out, Lloyd. Leave me.
If it's in Tom, or the Talmud, or the nature, you can say it on the show. You don't, so it's there, you can say it.
I'm talking about monologues anymore. That's the first time I got up here talking about the monologues.
Oh, okay,
I don't
okay,
understand.
all right. Okay, here's one. What is a pause in work at a mortuary call?
Dead still.
A what?
Are you right? Is she
Pause
right?
in work,
Huh?
a coffin break.
Oh.
I like I got the drunk people over here just laughing.
We enjoy life.
Thank you. at math?
Dracula.
No, unless you count Dracula.
You know, when I was a little kid,
Wait. Let's stop. What's my favorite?
Why could the warlock get the witch pregnant? Why could the warlock get the witch
Because
pregnant?
he had a Halloween. You're welcome.
We don't know, we really don't. I think that's a good time to give away the book. On that note.
when I was a little kid, you know, you always have to want to be some kind of astronaut, some fireman, things like that. Police officer. Now, when I get old now, kind of something different for me, what I want again. So this is my Halloween costume for the year.
You were up your shit.
Oh my God.
I want to have to again.
Oh my God. I'm going to show your grandchildren. You really did.
And one other thing too, right, you know, I'm so proud of what I watch. I love Marvel shows. I'm really proud.
If you got my thunder forever, I know something.
No. But I did have my Captain America shield.
Oh no, it's a bag.
What the world?
You can hold this shit anywhere.
I'm Wonder Woman. I don't know.
No, Captain America.
I don't know. What does Captain America do?
He's blind now.
Captain America.
It's out from infant Captain America.
Oh, they cancel Marvel, y'all.
I brought your costume too, Robert.
Oh my God. Very powerful.
This is Robin's costume for the work for Lord Later today. Black Widow.
This be two things. You can take the Lord out. You can be the Black Widow, or you can be the costume.
Oh my God, don't let me trip and fall and stuff and call it. You're like, I'm tripping this. I don't care what you say.
Okay.
Baby, we gonna do something with this. Danny Mott. Harry, what do y'all do with this? I'm not putting you on TV. We don't talk about it. Oh, you don't talk about it.
We should protect it.
We need to protect it.
Surprise.
We're going to give away the Bible.
Over here.
I don't even know. Yeah. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. No, I'm keeping this. I think this has been no fun. Okay. Tommy, let's have you come up and select. Oh, shoot.
Go ahead and pull out four of them because we got
We
four.
turn this way just in case they want to get a picture.
That's right.
Four
Four of them.
at one time.
Yes, this is our, I guess I have to put this down. I can trust you with, no, I can't trust you with, let me trust my sister with, well, no, she made, you made, You got Rocky over there. Let me hold that for me, Dickie. Sticking with it. You and Rocky, they try to do something with that. Okay. All right, Spit Biz, Nathan, Spitzbergen, come on up. Oh, Henry has to leave, so we gotta pull him up. No, we don't have mail on the pull up. All right.
I'll go with this one. Redemption 100.
Oh, yay. Who's that? Tyler here? Tyler, come on up.
Can I pull out?
And Tyler, come on your feet.
That's small. I can't see that.
I'm
Glasses
glasses
on.
on. I just want to show.
Oh, Neil, come on up. Elsie, you don't care. Come on up, Neil. Come on up, which one? You said, oh, okay. Here we go. First today, we got to make sure.
Yes.
28 days to a better you.
Yes.
The Business Leaders Handbook. And building a vibrant community. There you go. It's our book now.
Yay.
Yep, right up there.
Y'all better look, you better get in that picture, girl. Why are you trying to play?
Go ahead and look at Lloyd first.
Excuses.
And look at Harry.
Oh, she don't even got Good job, everyone.
We're done. Thank you, Connie, so much for what you added to the neighborhood, for what you added to the village square, and what you added to economic development. So we look forward to great things from you. Y'all give Connie a hand and make sure you All righty, I think we are ready for Dr. Watkins. So any parting words while I clean up here? Okay, you got it. Go ahead and talk to Tim.
No, I just want to say, it's great to see everyone have a great end of October. Can you believe it's November already? So kind of all the holidays, we got Thanksgiving coming up, we got Christmas, Halloween gonna be here on Monday. So a lot of good things are going on, time to have fun and celebrate. Be careful out there tomorrow with the weather. Weather's supposed to get a little nasty, rainy wise tomorrow. So everyone, please be careful. And thank you for having me today. I appreciate seeing everyone, and we'll talk soon. Thank you, all.
Thank you, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, Sunny with the pros. Sunny with the pros. So I'm gonna ask Dr. Watkins to come on up and we'll move to our next segment. We can leave. We don't have production assistants. We are here. Well, thank you. This is exciting. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right. Well, welcome to the Pensacola Network Show. Y'all were ready for no clapping.
I got it, girl.
Not that you're not welcome, Connie.
I mean, I'm just saying, everybody's hyping.
There you go. All right, well, I am really excited to have Louie here today, Dr. Louie Watkins, to talk about modern pain management. There's been this, in America, there's been this epidemic of excessive and often debilitating, often fatal pain medicine when people are trying to manage pain. And so physical therapists try to counter that, and I'm excited Dr. Watkins has agreed to talk to us, to give us some better opportunities at pain management and what that looks like today from a physical therapist's eyes, but then how that also goes to help the community, because we lose members of communities either through overdosing or through ill health, and it affects all of us. So please welcome Dr. Louie Watkins. With legendary performance. I always want to add that excellence in there. All right. That sounds good, that excellence in there. Can you give me a little extra something on the side for that? That's right. Halloween candy or something, okay. So I always say that we want to know about the person, the problem, and the possibilities of that. So let's kind of go back to, I know you're 25 like me, so let's kind of go back to when you kind of said, oh my, I want to go into this field. What was your childhood like that kind of started leading you to this way?
Take me way back. Well, I mean, back in the day, as a young man, as I still am now, but younger, I wanted to do everything under the sun, from like music, be a stuntman, be a pilot, be a performer, be a singer, be a little bit of everything. And it was amazing what actually led me to this field. It was, long story short, went to high school, opened high school, and I was into science at the time and music. My biology teacher actually said, hey, we got a sweet, so credit all the teachers out there. I think you should, first of all, science fair did that. And so you should go to the University of Tennessee, we got a health career program out there. Check it out, see what you think this summer, around the summer. So I said, oh, why not? Went out there and met a lot of people, a lot of healthcare professionals, introduced me to a lot of different careers, and medical technology, to medicine, to nursing, to all different types of medical programs, and physical therapy on screen. And what is that? And broke it down, kind of talk about how much money you made, talk about what it took to become a physical therapist. And then so you know what, everybody's trying to steer me in one way or direction. And being that really inspired me too, my father was into working out, physicality, and science, and so I started studying that and kind of matched up. Met some other physical therapists that were in the area, and fell in love with the career, took it upon it, and actually stuck with it.
So this was in Memphis, you mentioned earlier that you're my triplets, from my triplets hometown. And so did you see like other physical therapists around you that did you kind of know once you knew about the field, did you see other African Americans in, remember how always says, vision, the image inspires inspiration, image breeds inspiration. So did you see that around you?
Well, Memphis, no. I did not see much of that in Memphis or anywhere at the time. As far as I saw no African Americans or Black physical therapists. I had a class of 60 at the University of Tennessee. There was probably 4 Black students in the class, actually 2 girls and 2 other guys, me and another gentleman. So there weren't many. So that to inspire me, I guess it was mainly just the parents knowing, and my dad said, you got to do something. And because after age 18, you got to do something, you got to do something. And that was one of the fields that I just got attracted to, and seeing people that were the people that didn't look like me, but I saw their lifestyle, I saw their love of life, I saw their love for their patients, I saw their enthusiasm, I saw what they were to work, I saw how comfortable they were, and I said, I could do that. And give it a shot. But basically, it worked out.
And then you went on to get a doctorate in physical therapy. Now, I don't hear you hear physical therapy, but I don't often hear. So my vision may be a little limited. I don't often hear about physical therapists with doctors. What was your sort of motivation to go ahead and get the higher degrees?
Well, this was the timing. When I graduated in 1995 from the University of Tennessee, they didn't have doctoral programs back then. And I saw the way the trends were leading. They were actually having people with doctoral programs coming out of new grads. And also realized where our practice centers were trying to come up with more interventions quicker, and kind of almost cut out the middleman, but have direct access to care. When someone hurts their back, usually they have to go to the primary physician, get referred to physical therapy, kind of communicate back to the physician, and just cut out the long-term delay getting to get care. Most people don't understand that they have direct access. You have an injury to you, then you go directly to me, and then I have direct care. But the long-term effect is trying to see people doctor programs so that we can prescribe medicine, so we try to do injections. We're not there yet, but that's kind of where we're heading leading to. And also, I want to be able to teach and give a master's level or doctoral program and get involved and teach and universities and things like that. So that's another reason why.
So this is before, because we're talking about modern pain management, before, and I want to go back about pain management, sort of historical too, but before you would have to go to a primary care physician and then come to you. So the person, whether it's a military veteran or a military person or an athlete or an elderly person or an average person would have to be in pain until they could get to see the specialist.
So exactly. Most of the time, what would happen ordinarily, you get hurt. For example, someone got hurt, you go see the primary, hey, my shoulder hurts. And the doctor said, okay, well, we give you medicine. Or they'll say, well, go see a physical therapist because that's not my field. Your shoulders, here's some kind of, here's some, here's some flexible. So basically, take out the middle band and the specialty area which he's in. So, for example, I had hurt my shoulder back in Memphis one day, and first day of the job, was that right? And
First day on physical therapy?
right, and so workers comp, know that the board workers comp, somebody go see the primary, get a see what's going on with you, take care of it by record. I knew typically the primary physician is not an expert in that area. I am, but fine, they make you go through these algorithms because that's just their mindset. And so what the doctor says to me, hey, you know more than I do, hey, you fix yourself. I get mad all the time, so that's kind of the reality of the world that we live in. So it's kind of an educational thing that we're targeting to start trending in the direction to go directly to the expert in the area. And I think there's a lot of fear that's involved with medical community, especially some of the medical doctors. They're kind of afraid that we're going to take over the world, and that's not it. It's we're trying to work together for the outcome of the patient, for the person, not for trying to take over territory. So it's starting to change.
It's happening, especially, I remember Dr. Aaron Henry, who's a chiropractor, came to, with some of the program, came to talk with our students about that and about all the different medical specialties that you have. So, have you come talk to them next year? So let's go back a little bit. What is that, you brought it up about the doctor that you had to go to the doctor. What did historically pain management and physical therapy look like back in the old days, would you say?
Back in the old days, I'm not sure that we had pain management. It's kind of a new trend in the world right now, where a lot of pain management places are actually developing here. Just basically go, mostly cases that people have chronic pain. Back in the day, that we didn't see a lot of pain management centers like we do now, where it basically it's so chronic, and when you go to that pain management specialist, they'll either give them injections or give them a trend medication, and sometimes they do incorporate physical therapy. I have a relationship with pain management doctors in the area, and we try to encompass the whole patient human formula. The problem is with pain management is when they leave that element out, and you strictly go for pain, yes, for medicine injection.
Oh, so you're saying it's just pain and not management? So it's just, you're just treating the pain and not how to really
Manage the pain.
work around it. Okay. So tell us I just had this visual when I talked about old physical therapy about somebody pulling with the rubber band and elongating you and all these kind of things that just look extremely painful. So what did old physical therapy look like?
Well, the history about physical therapy, most people don't understand. They actually started by a female. And it actually came to exist because of female. They had female nurses and the army and the military. They actually tried to figure out how to care for the soldiers and injured workers. And so that's really how the actual field of physical therapy got established. And coming up with different ways to treat them, get back on the field, or as quick as possible. And or just taking care of it, get back to regular function again. And that's how the field actually developed. And it's old technology as it was. They do a lot of things that we don't do anymore. Cranking on them, stretching them out, popping this, popping that, making them hurt. And that's just not how we do things now. We actually try to do things in a way where it doesn't hurt. If there's pain is a problem. Pain means there is a problem. You need to listen to that signal. And we don't just push through pain. That is a misnomer. And if someone's hurting, you don't make it hurt worse or create a more unfair process. That is the way they used to do it. Just push over it. Doesn't work. Just make it move, push through it. And that's that theory is old. No pain, no gain. We don't do that. That's an old theory. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that.
So you're saying the popping and the cracking, like when you think about the chiropractor, manipulate the body, doing that. And I know it may be exaggerated a little bit, but that sort of manipulation, that getting through that pain and all of that.
Well, we're in kind of a sketchy area here. I don't want to make any chiropractors mad because I actually have a situation where I actually work with chiropractors. So it's just when you have to manipulate. What was that pop? Just pop my back, just pop my neck, just pop this, pop that. Overdoing that, I feel like you have to do that. There's a reason why you feel like you have to do that over and over and over again. And that's the problem. So actually cause other issues.
So that's the thinking that you have to have pain in order to gain something, in order to gain better movement.
One thing about popping is that there's a reason why you have to do that. Why is it that we feel like we have to do that over and over again? If we feel like we do, there is a problem. What is the underlying problem to make you feel like you have to do that? So,
But that's what I'm saying, is that was that you know better now, you do better sort of things? That was that
exactly,
whole-
the research. And then again, I'm not saying chiropractic care is wrong. There is a time and a place for it. And again, I've been a physical therapist at one point in my career. Actually, was when I started practice with a chiropractor, and I had a good friend that was a chiropractor. He's deceased now, but the fact is, there's a reason for that. So having them work together in conjunction is a good thing. And some chiropractors do that. There's some chiropractors that do not.
All right, I'll move on. So let's talk about modern. So you have a particular specialty. What's the word?
Well, several specialties. One is a vestibular specialist. Vestibular.
What does that mean?
It's basically the vestibular system that actually helps you with balance. Balance is in your brain.
Okay.
Especially balance and vestibular disorders. Also, an expert in clinical manual therapy. So a lot of manual skills to help.
What is that again?
Clinical orthopedic manual therapists.
Clinical orthopedic manual therapy.
There's a lot of different specialty things that I do with my hands, for the head, neck, the arms, hands, feet, the whole body basically. And also lymphedema, lymphatic drainage, especially in that area as well. But the actual facility that I have is called Legendary Performance, as you said, and it's owned by me, Grace Williams. And we also created the entity to incorporate a continuum of health. So we have fitness, we have training, we have physical therapy combined, because I felt in my spirit when I got my doctorate that there's something missing. There's something missing that used to be available back in the 90s that just doesn't exist anymore. And seeing that.
And that is what was missing?
What was missing was basically a sense of ownership, a sense of character, good customer service, one-on-one care, a feeling of that you cared about a person. Versus hustle and bustle, let's get patient in now, out here, worried about how many numbers we get, or concerned about things that are really more important versus just the patient, versus the person, the whole person, not just their ankle need, or how much we get reimbursed. That's the community.
So it's the continuum of care, so that you have, it sounds like you have preventative, and corrective in your practice. So that's the whole thinking, instead of let's just come in and fix the problem and have a nice
Right.
day.
We have healthy people there with fitness from teenagers to fitness people who are 80 years old, from regular, all kinds of people in the sense of community. And then the ones that are weak or sick or injured, how we want to put it, they see the healthy ones come in there and they interact. So there's motivation to get out for the ones that are injured, the ones that have to give them hope, and the ones that are healthy to get injured, they can have a place to come to and feel comfortable with people knowing that someone will take care of them. So it's kind of a continuum and of care that we have.
Are there any new, we're seeing people in the military come back from these modern battles, so that it's not this sort of hand-to-hand combat, but you're seeing them come back with PTSD, and that may then become the psychosomatic deal, so then their body starts reacting. Have you seen in your practice where that you've seen more modern treatment in terms of that, because you alluded to that it started by a woman doing military care?
Right. There's some research out there again that interdisciplinary care, I call it, where they have interactions with a psychologist, social services. We actually have nutritionalists that have available. It's kind of a team approach. The more things that they're socialized with, like again, community, fitness, mind, body, and soul, if you will, and combined together to cause a balance of that person, have them involved in helping them go to that level. Again, it's not just their injury, it's their, the whole person, their interests, what are the goals, what motivates them. Finding out that, then you can kind of get them to the level that you were before. Find out where they were before and where they want to get to. Sit down and have a whole setting with each other. That have that intimate moment together to figure out where they want to go, where they were before, and what motivates them to get them back to where they want to be.
Okay. So let's talk about your specialty, vestibular. So what does that look like in practice? What does
Well, you've probably heard about people who have vertigo or loss of balance, or disequilibrium. Most people that have heard of vertigo, they have inner issues, they have like involuntary movement of their eyes. When they go in certain positions, when they go to lie down, and like the world's spinning, can't get control of their self. They may go to the hairdresser or go to the dentist, they just lose their ability to figure out where they are in space because of different types of things that's going on in your office, and not just really, right? They're going maybe too slow, too fast, and they cannot orient themselves in space. So we do different types of treatments to help.
So I always think of that when that happens to me, like I like slept wrong or something like that. So is that something your muscle or your bone or a nerve or something, not working right?
That's a totally different thing. That's not
That's totally
business.
different.
I mean, if you're stuck on this musculoskeletal disorder where
Okay.
you may have gone somewhere with more shortening on one side of your neck or compression on your vertebrae, that can cause that.
So as a physical therapist, how do you know that difference? Because if I come in there and I say, hey, I slept wrong, this is all there is, but there may be then something else going on.
That's the thing I was telling somebody here tonight, telling Dr. Taylor here tonight, is basically when you come to me with a problem, as a physical therapist, my job is to investigate, like the detective for the body. You tell me the problem, like somebody came in and something's missing, something's not right. My job is to figure out why it's not right. How long has it been a problem? We go into the interview process. How long has it been a problem? Where exactly is that problem? And we try to figure out, is it from sleeping the wrong way, sleeping on your stomach, or is it something that you're doing wrong at work? Or you're on the phone holding like this all day long? It's a lot of different factors. Is it hereditary? What is your lifestyle like? What is your health history? How many surgeries have you had? So it's very, very detailed. And so that's the thing that I like about the practice that we have. We have time to go through a very thorough evaluation to try to figure out what's going on, and then what happened, and then once we figure that out, what's necessary? Is it weakness? Is it something that's tight? To get bad habits, and then
I feel like I'm gonna straighten up.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
So
gonna
I said,
let me straighten up here. I feel like I'm getting examined here.
right, it could be. But
Let me straighten up here.
right, and then once we come up with a plan and we fix the problem, then how to prevent that problem from reoccurring. And that's what we talk about modern medicine, modern things for us is more about prevention.
Do people, maybe not the best word, but do they buy into that? Because, it is, we do have this, what was at least called 10, 20 years ago, this microwave society, where we want that pill, we want that relief, longitudinal be darned, I want you to relieve me, and I want it now, but I don't want the pill. So, so it's kind of to me, it's kind of what you're talking about is even finding a balance with the patient, with your customer, with your patient, to go through that and to have this sense of our balance, right? That's your specialty, but, yeah.
Yeah, so as you know, I mean, based on the facts that we were talking about before, the opium epidemic, the fentanyl, all these different types of drugs, we want a quick fix, the microwave fix, it's definitely a challenge. It's definitely a challenge, and you want to fix right now, want to just pop it, can't you just pop it, why do I have to go through this type of thing? And again, it's understanding who that person is and what they've been through, what are the causes that got you in this position in the first place. And I say, the person comes, this is how I sell. The person comes to me and says, how have you hurt? I've been hurt for years, man, for years. And I mean, so how do you expect me in one day to fix out what's been chronic and going on for years? You've been doing things for a long time this way. You expect me to do it in 30 minutes or an hour, and never have to come back and see me again? Yeah, I can show you some exercises, say, see, here you go, bye. I might give you a pill or an injection here and see you, say bye-bye. But you're going to come back around and go through the same thing if you don't understand what got you to this point. And I really try to get them to understand that. I don't really try to push it. Say, this is what it takes. This is what it's going to take. If you do this, you'll have your way. I give you the exercise. And try to do it on your own. But here, I've done this for years. I've seen the do's and the don'ts. And so that pretty much gets them to understand and buy into it. If they don't understand it, and they don't really, they can't sell them on, I won't try to oversell them. They kind of, they get it, but they don't get it. And if they don't believe me, then they usually come back.
I was gonna say, don't you see that they was probably end up coming back, because, yeah, okay. Okay, so you have a friend over there? I don't wanna ignore your friend over there.
Well,
It's pretty serious, or she.
We're trying to figure out what to name. Well, nowadays we can't call it she or he. It's a they.
It's a they, okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Watch our pronouns to this
Fair
today.
enough.
And so this has no name right now. We're going to call it a they. His name is what it is, but this is they. Basically, it's your spine. And again, this is kind of the core of what makes us move. So it's a replica of our spine, from the cervical spine, thoracic spine, sacral area, pelvis.
That's the way we look inside.
That's the way some of us may look inside. But yeah, so it's certain ways, there's certain curves that we should have in our body. And there's a cervical curve, there's a thoracic curve here, and a lumbar curve that curves this way, and then the sacral area.
And what gets us in that model of, you guys know the name, y'all, what gets us to you? What causes pain in that model?
Well, this is the thing that there's several types of pain that we'll call it they Sam. This is Sam.
Sam, Samuel, Samuel, they go Sam.
But yeah, what causes pain? There's several things that can be cause pain. Somatic pain. There's somatosensory pain that can be coming from an injury, a cardiac or violent attack. Okay, fall and hit your head.
This is
That's
located here. So
right.
this
That's
is
so
okay.
it's right about the suboccipital region.
Okay.
Okay, from a blow, whiplash, and cardiac. Or slump posture.
That's why I stood up straight.
Like that. Slump posture, sit this way. That happens. Or you can get it from, again, holding the phone like this, that happens like that, or computer texting like most people do now. Or gamers, kids. We have a lot of kids come in to see me. Lots of teenagers come see me.
Or sitting in the chair too long.
Or slumping.
Or sitting in the chair too long. Or sitting in the chair too long.
Let's look at him, Mr. Floyd over here. He's got some lumbar slouching. He's stressing out the ligaments in the spine.
He's seeing you.
He's stressing out his lumbar spine right now. That's by the way he's sitting. We're designed, God gave us to have curve in the spine for a reason. There was a reason why he gave us curve in the spine. God is amazing and smart. We're supposed to have lordosis in the spine, like this, a nice curve. And Lloyd took it out. Lloyd, sorry. My friend named Lloyd. Sorry, Lloyd. Gave it down for no reason. But yeah, so Lloyd was giving him some curve in the lumbar spine. It's not supposed to happen. And he's stressing out all of his ligaments. Ligaments are the first line of defense of the bones in the spine. So to make it easy, what he's doing is stretching out the ligaments. The next thing you go is stretching out the muscles, stretching the muscles next. And so what happens is when he goes to get up after all this slapping, that's why he gets like, because put all the stress for so long period of time. I love it, but it's just example. All right. And so to make it easy on his body, even though it doesn't feel comfortable at the moment, let's replace that sitting posture by improving the curvature in the spine. Like let's put it back where it was supposed to be. Get that lordosis. The curve. It takes all that stress out. And what happens after that, you're actually strengthening yourself over time. You're actually making those muscles work and do what they're supposed to do. And and I won't get too technical, but there's muscle, the next layer of tissue after the ligaments are called multifidi. Multifidi is the next layer of muscle that actually help you sit and stand and rotate. So yeah, so make your body easy to start to develop those good habits. But anyway, back to your question, there's a lot of different things, and also called visceral type of pain, radicular pain. Visceral pain is organs that in your body, something that's going wrong near the spine, like heart, kidneys, and things like that. So again, when we talk, when you come to me with a problem, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions because it could be visceral pain coming from an organ, kidney disorder. Could mask it as something else. So I do very, very careful examination because, and I don't jump to conclusions because that can scare you because it could be cancerous too, based on pain that you have. How long have you had pain? So we're doing a lot of different things because if you start having certain kinds of symptoms, depending on when it is, how long it's been, it could be totally not related to the ligament or nerve or bone. It could be cancerous or something that's, again, more visceral.
That's what I was telling,
Internal organs.
who's your early to stop looking at Dr. Webb and Beat?
Exactly.
Dr. YouTube, Dr.
Yes.
Google, yeah.
Google has messed our world up as doctors, and a lot of doctor friends, medical doctors, again, chiropractors, neurologists, and we hate Google.
Yeah.
We hate it when people do that because they scare themselves with things that could be, they try to self-diagnose, self-treat without the knowledge, without the expertise, without the research, and they can, again, try to make quick fixes, it makes things a lot worse.
But none of our audience does that. No. Okay, so you want to do an example because I want to allow for
Right, let's do a quick, anybody, first, anybody want to, anybody have pain? Lots of pain.
That you can publicly say, come on up, Biggie. Y'all can give me some walking music. What's your social security?
So we're doing a mock interview, basically with a big screen here. So, take it, right? So, of course, I say, why are you here? Why are you here today?
Turn around here so we can see you here.
You come to my office, you done paperwork, and the consent to treat, there's a verbal consent, right? Verbally, do I have a verbal consent to proceed? So he has said yes. So I make sure too, when the person comes in to see me, they have to do a written consent. I'm taking the verbal consent. He has said it is okay for me to do this. So. Both calcaneus. So both, for those who don't know what calcaneus are, they're in the ankle.
Round part of your heel.
Right, round part of the heel. So then, when he tells me broke part of the ankle, now, again, my question would be, how? Because sometimes it could be just by walking. That tells me something too. If you just walk and do it, there's also broken, or was there trauma? So what happened? Fell off the roof. Okay, so he fell off the roof. Then my next question is, what are we doing on the roof in the first place?
Rebuilding.
So he's working basically, right? So he's rebuilding it, working. Okay? And
Also shattered L2 and L4. Back in the bottom. Never had an operation.
so he's on the roof, fell off the roof, and how long ago was that? 05. So again, tell me 05. Now, that's a long time ago. So then now we're already in the chronic phase. So if I would have preferred to have met him in 05, and I did. So today we're going to the chronic phase, and my mind's already thinking. And what are your problems that we have right now? What is your main complaint?
Hurts to stand, hurts to walk. I finally, 5 years after I fell, went to Mayo Clinic, and a doctor operated on the right. Took some bone from my hip, and cut my face to the rib here, right there, and then he put 2 long screws through the back of the house. I didn't know. He didn't tell me he was going to do that, but after the operation, I saw him. I said, "Oh, it's got temporary hold together." He made it. Now that's part. So now it seems like I always think like backing out, and automatic trades and they're not backing them. But it's just very painful.
Gotcha.
It's just getting worse. For 7 years, the operation was kind of really nice. This foot was better than this foot. They both got pronated out after falling.
Right, so what he's telling me here is he's had a lot of hard work put in this ankle, that's put in this foot, and he's having some pain still in both sides. He's got some muscle tissue that he's lost. Right. So basically, once I find out where the pain is, I find out what his main complaints are. I look at his restrictions, but also I will look at how he's walking. I will look at how he was before the fall. It was the first fall, first fracture. You were fine before the fall.
Yeah.
So his part level of function, he was okay, so I learned that. So based on those type of things, I will look at him walking. I will look at how he's structured, how he's standing. I will look at how his muscle tissues look. I would also check sensation. And then I would do what we call joint play, looking at the actual movement, assessing the actual ankle. I'll look at how flexible he is in his overall body, his mechanics of his spine, and also the range of motion of his knees, and of course his ankles. But I look at the whole person. And then also set some goals together and ask him what are your goals? Are you still working? Do you have plans to go back to work? No. So we have no plan to go back to work. But why is that important? Well, because my goals are going to change. I wouldn't even make that important. But if he had a plan to go back to work, I would find out what his lifting demands are. I would find out how he can actually go up and down the ladder. How would we go up on the roof again? If that's important to him, I'm going to address those things. But if they're not, I'm not going to waste time on that. So I'm going to find out what do you want to be able to do better?
Stand and walk.
So he wants to be able to stand and walk, basically that. So I'm not going to pull around with how much lift weights or anything like that. I'm figure out how he's going to be able to stand, walk, and move. So I don't know if you want to go into the detail of actually how I do that process, but
We take it like, what, 2 minutes?
I just,
It's good, we'll close it out.
yeah, so basically, again, it's going to get the point. And so what I do is look at the whole structure, look at how he's standing, and he's standing on his spine, look at how he's looking here, look at the muscles, and then look and see if you've got a little bit more atrophy on the right and the left, means how much muscle loss we have compared to the other side. I go ahead and see if he's standing level with his hips. And we'll just do a gross movement type of test. Can you squat? And seeing how the ankles come off the floor tells me there's limitations in his ankles. You saw the ankles go, some heels go down? Go ahead and do it again. See how his feet came off the ground? And so do a comparison move.
So what happened?
Yeah.
Harry's
Yeah. So Harry's going from heels, and look, she dropping
Oh,
it like it's
wow.
hot with the foot on the ground. But there's an advantage, she's got some heels too, which are already elevated.
Oh, okay.
All right, so,
Heels
should be
I got a bum knee.
We got one
I got a
knee.
bum knee. I don't have my tape on.
We're looking at.
Oh,
Deals.
Looking at how his heels, he's actually able to keep the foot flat on the ground because of the flexibility called dorsiflexion in the foot. So we're looking at that. So I don't really have to take a measurement. I could really take measurements, and I would with paperwork, I would do that. But it's the general gross assessment of how his function is. All right, so we're going to take a few steps walking forward. And I see when he was talking about pronation as the foot goes inward, hitting the floor, I mean, his foot's kind of going inward this
See
way.
how this,
Yeah. So the lack of mobility of that ankle, that tells me that it's
I'm walking like crazy. I was just saying,
So,
I'm walking like crazy.
Then, have you fallen within the last 6 months? So that's good. And depending on what the age of the patient, 60 and over, I usually do a balance assessment test. Because, yeah, so with him, he's 73, he has fallen once off the roof, which probably was a freak accident. Yeah, back in 05. But typically, over 60 years of age, I do a balance assessment. Because again, once he falls again, 73 above, his lifestyle's going to change if he falls. You could be in the hospital, next thing, nursing home, or who knows what, you're out of here. So typically after that, again, I go into kind of a gait index test, testing balance, a Berg score, do balance and gait assessment, so that, again, more preventative, but then seeing is believing, right? So I would do that just based on statistics, right?
Let's give them, thank you,
Thank
thank you. That brings up a question. Thank you so much, Steve, for doing it. Harry, thank you. Thank you, Neil. Thank y'all for getting back up too, because I didn't know. Like, I don't know if we can help y'all get back up. But, we got two doctors here, I'm just saying. So you talked about if there is another fall, what we often see with people who are of a certain age, that fall, especially hip, things like that, to take them out. All right, so what you work with when you talk about that continuous preventative.
Right, preventative, I mean, because again, they come in here for a neck problem, they didn't fall, but again, they happen to be 60 years of age, whatever, plus, then I'm gonna go ahead and go into a test. That's how the preventative thing, that's what we should, the statistics are there, and again, us, as therapists, we should be doing that.
So final question, and we'll open it up for questions from us. What gives you hope about what you're seeing in modern day pain management as it relates to physical therapy?
What gives me hope basically is two things. The students that I have coming through. I see a lot of students, St. Augustine, Pensacola State College, even that rapport with them, and seeing the students coming in with passion. It's really nice to see, it gives me hope. Also, which is a good question, I didn't have it at first, but seeing these guys come in and seeing how they line up, when they see how to treat a person, to see the outcomes of a person, by what they designed and what they came up with, that gives me hope. And also having interaction with the medical community, with the doctors in the community, seeing the importance of us interacting together. Because at one point, there was not that they, this is my world, this is your world, you stay over here, I stay over here. Don't suggest to me anything. That's one of the positions back when I first started. They don't want me to suggest anything that they didn't come up with. And I'm seeing it better now where there's more relationship where they listen. Yes, they appreciate it. They understand. I'm not trying to take over their job. I'm not trying to be an orthopedic surgeon. I'm what I am. And they understand that I have a lot of orthopedic positions that I affiliation with. They want to know, what do you think? Do you think they're doing surgery, or do you think, what do you think? I don't, and that's the way it should be. So that gives me hope.
Well, listen, please join me in thanking Dr. Louie Watkins. Legendary performance. Excellent. The legendary performance. I promise you I'm coming. So please join me again in thanking Dr. Louie Watkins. So I think this conversation was very meaningful. When we talk about community development and economic development, if the community's not whole, body, mind, and soul, and spirit, then then how can we have good whole economic development as Brian is working at? So thank you so much. Again, let's thank Dr. Louie Watkins. And let me say this before we get out, our November Pensacola Network is November 18th because of the Thanksgiving holiday. I always say we don't compete with Thanksgiving or football or Black Friday. So we don't compete with those. And we're going to have the sororities and fraternities here, Delta Sigma Theta, Zeta Phi Beta, Sigma Gamma Rho, Phi Beta, Sigma, Alpha Phi Alpha, hopefully the Alpha Kappa Alpha, the GAAs. Who you?
Sigma, pledge Sigma.
Okay, cool. Omega Psi Phi, Kappa Alpha Psi, everybody know the Kappa here? And then the Boule, the Sigma Pi Phi. So we'll have them, they will be here, and Lou Anderson will be our motivational speaker. You heard him last year, that was online, he was fantastic. Has been a very successful businessman and philanthropist, and now community, getting back into community engagement here. So we're excited to have him here live and in person. So November 18th instead of the 4th Friday. So look out for that. We'll post more information about that. All right, so let's open it up for questions. Anita.
I'm interested again. Why was I out? I have a daughter that, you know, she's in constant pain all the time. And I'm just wondering, would she do good to come to see somebody like you, or? Because I don't understand it, you know, I'm old school, but if you walk it out, you know, you get rid of exercise, you won't have it. I don't know if that's true.
But she's asking basically, she has a daughter with fibromyalgia, and how long she's been having those issues?
Ever since she got back from business, so.
Right, so basically, again, we're dealing with a chronic problem, which puts us at a disadvantage. However, understanding fibromyalgia is a no-no, is basically pain in all the muscles of the body. And there's certain trigger points to actually come over that from head and the toes to the hips to the elbows, a lot of them trigger points. But to answer your question directly, possibly, if she's motivated, the first key is she motivated to get better?
Is she motivated?
Yes, she has to be motivated.
Oh, she's very motivated.
So she's motivated, there's hope for that. And understanding what her goals are again, and that's going to help us understand what is she trying to get to, what is she trying to get to, what would she do again. And then we understand what is she doing as far as eating, what is a nutritional lifestyle like, what are her habits, and then what can we change in those habits that don't look so optimal. And then once we do that, then we put a program that she is able, again, keyword, that she is able to handle, and then we come up with that plan together. Because there are people who can, on different levels of abilities and tolerances to activity. So once we understand that, right. So understanding what levels of tolerances, then we come up with a plan together. So that's definitely a yes to that. There's hope.
What do you think of DMSO?
DMSO, the acronym.
DMSO, you're not familiar with that?
So what is it? What is it?
It's a long,
What does it mean? Tell us what it means. What you're trying to say.
Is it a cream?
pardon?
Tell them what it is. Is it a
Yeah, what
cream?
is it? What are you trying to say?
It's a liquid. They used to use it on horses.
Salve, is it salve you're referring to?
Huh?
Pain salve?
No, it's a liquid.
Dimethyl
Yeah,
sulfide.
I don't know how to pronounce the long word. It's just called DMSO.
Dimethyl.
And in terms of what? What is
Look it up on there. It'll
It's
tell
not
you.
Dr. Google, I'm saying, what in terms of what? What's your question?
For pain.
Oh, for pain.
Pain and
So this
arthritis.
is a horse medicine for pain.
Yeah.
I promise you I'm laughing out loud here.
I'm telling you, it's probably, from what I read about it, I've been reading about it.
Okay, gotcha.
Not familiar with that. so
But
that's-
trying to put those two together, Nikki, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why I just wondered if he was familiar with it.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not
Dealing
familiar.
with pain, okay, because
No.
I've been reading about it. And I just ordered some on Amazon, and I'm waiting to get it.
Let me know how that works out.
Are there natural remedies, so things in nature, like, I don't know what the basis of this, what he's talking about, that supplement what you're doing?
Yeah, there are remedies that we actually do incorporate in our care. It's a hot topic now in the field of physical therapy and chiropractic care. CBD oil, peppermint oil, hemp oil, tea oil, tea tree oil. Those kind of things we do.
How about THC?
Yes, so we'll talk about, yes.
THC.
And so all those types of things are natural that I believe in and actually currently utilize.
So this is part of that modern. Okay.
I have a question. Do you recognize that there are definitely biases against women, especially women of color, in medicine? The fact that when they are feeling lots of pain, she's walking away from just embarrassed. But we recently went to the emergency room and they completely ignored the fact that she was literally in so much pain because of the fact that she was a Black woman. Like, they would not clean her wounds, they did not give her proper care. When I left, I told them that she was in so much pain and that she needed some sort of attention. And they pretended like they were going in there, but when I left, she told me that they did not even go in there. They put on gloves when I left, like they were going in there and they never went in her room. So what can we do to address the fact that Black women are not getting the care they deserve?
Well, to answer the question, to my knowledge, again, there are biases.
Yeah.
There are biases, there's research to back that up, and there's certain,
Like my
Hold on.
so there's certain, what we can do basically is educate, do more of this, and invite more people in the medical community to come together and talk about it, just try to talk about it. We had, I made it earlier with sickle cell, to that point. And it's very availability when we have people, dentists from Texas. They came and educated dentists, over 600 dentists in the community based on that diagnosis because of, I don't want to say ignorance, but yes, where they just didn't understand. They weren't taught it in school. They didn't understand the culture. So again, education, having more talking about it, and that's pretty much it. And having an understanding. And I think that's really what you're doing. They're doing it now, actively doing that. And once they understand that, they won't jump to conclusions. That's what a lot of people are doing with sickle cell. A lot of these are drug seeking or what have you.
That's exactly
Especially
it.
especially teenagers and young people, they didn't understand that diagnosis, so they went right to that, and they were not going and even thinking possibly of sickle cell, but just understanding education.
That there is to Kayla's point, that there is this disparity, and sometimes it can, like the dentist with the Walter Wallace and the Sickle Cell Foundation brought those folks in from, like you said, from Texas, that there is this disparity, and then that disparity can sometimes lead down the road where the condition gets worse and worse and worse because there is this disparate treatment. Yeah.
So how do we advocate for that though?
I think you said education, so I'm gonna move
So
to.
my question is, I'm not a person is I don't like to medicate because I feel like if you have an ailment and they try to medicate you, you don't know if you're getting better because it's masking your pain. So I know I had to step out for a moment, but natural remedies, because I had an access and somebody told me to put peppermint, lavender on a cotton ball and I put it in my navel and it actually drew out all the pain and all that. I'm not a person who's like, if you're taking medication, it's basically just covering up, it's just putting a Band-Aid. It's not healing anything, but it's just like putting a Band-Aid. So how do you know when you're really healed? So is it, when do you know to not take what's prescribed, but to just try to take a different route to like healing yourself in a natural way without harming yourself,
Right, just finding the natural product that does work for you.
Right.
And then go ahead and do more and more diagnostics to see how you're doing. And then there's a weeding process. Well, let me just lay off this for a while and then see how I do.
Right.
And then that way you know it's actually working. So
Okay.
gradually bringing yourself down, actually feel like you're doing better.
Okay.
And I think Connie stepped out when you said that you actually do incorporate some of those things into your practice. I don't know if you heard me say that.
Okay, because I was reading up on how natural oils are better for you, because I've had a lot of natural remedies and that, and it actually helps, because I'm like, a lot of man-made things, and it makes issues worse than what we could be doing, naturally and holistically.
Right, with the side effects.
Exactly.
So that's the thing that we do again when we do our interviews together. Well, what's going on? What are you taking? And then we talk about side effects, because some of the things that you're taking actually cause a problem at church.
Exactly. Okay.
Neil, I'll make sure, and then I'll come to you, Ron. Neil, you good? Okay.
Side effect, what usually causes side effect?
Great question. Bring Sam right here a little bit. There's Sam here. If you have a question about sciatic nerve, and usually around L3-4 region, we have an actual example here with Sam. The disc here, that example is red in this example, but the discs are not vascular. They never get red. You'll never have a disc that is red. It's just so that you can see. And what happens again, usually, with sciatica, certain things that can make that happen in our posture, okay? Slumping, going into lordosis, since your disc is posterior, I don't think I'll know it. Since your disc is posterior, meaning backwards. You're looking at the anterior portion of me right now, the front of me. Posterior is my back, posterior buttocks. Posterior aspect is behind me. So when you slump, since your disc into a posterior direction, put it behind you. Okay? As you slump, send your disc in positive direction. And what happens even when you're here like that, it sends it to the right. So we slump in here, you send this to the right, in here, and put the pressure on the nerve. When it puts pressure on your nerve, you see the yellow thing sticking out. This is the representation of your nerve. When the disc puts pressure on the nerve, it sends that radicular pain, another form of pain, radiating pain down your leg, coming from here. Usually the direction goes out of the back, through the piriformis, that buttocks, in your buttocks, and down the close to your aspect, and down your hamstring. Very common, but also very avoidable. Again, more posture, correct posture, more strength of core, strengthen the back muscles, and improve flexibility of the hamstring, the path in which the side of the nerve goes through. Watching your posture is key, really an important key component, and also again, nutrition too. So looking at those type of things. What kind of lifestyle do you have? Are you sitting most of the time? Are you standing most of the time? Okay, those type of things. Don't forget about sitting, driving, and sitting as well. Those type of things. How are you sitting at your breakfast table? How are you sitting at your dinner table? How are you driving? Those type of things. Start thinking about that. You can actually avoid it once you figure out what the probable cause is. Usually it's a cause for that. And so look at those type of things. So that's what you do. You're going to make your evaluate this. See what's going on. See what's weak, what's tight, where you're stiff, where you're hypermobile. Do you have good mobility in your lumbar spine, no matter where that nerve actually travels through? Look at those type of things. And then once we figure that out, we'll prevent it. And once we execute that pain out of your body.
So that's all those questions. I'm sitting here wondering, one, is he gonna tell the truth? Because does he know the truth? So I didn't even think of when you're driving, you're sitting. It's like, oh yeah, so, which makes sense, but the things that we do that are, not common, but, we do it repetitively, yeah, we don't even think about it. So those things that you're asking me, I'm like, oh, holy cow. I'm sitting here teaching Lord about sitting too much, but what do I do? Don't answer that. What do I do? I think I'm getting up and moving around. But really, do we know what we do?
Some people know. I've gone as far as with my clients and patients, I've gone to their place of office, place of work, a pharmacist who was having problems with her neck, and she was short statured. So she would have it reach up, look up, the monitor way up there. So she's looking at the monitor, she was seeing the patient through the drive-through window. Her set was all wrong. She wasn't walking to a spare pain, but she could not. And I told her to talk to your supervisor, so we just change a few things here and there, so you don't constantly have to do this. That's why she had neck issues. You know what I mean? And so once we figured it out, fix the problem, she's going to go back and do the same thing, and it's going to recycle over and over again. So find that probable cause, and that's how a good physical therapist should do. They could figure out what form of medicine, so we don't repeat the history over and over once and all solved.
Are those desks, those stand-up desks good for you?
They can't be.
They can't be, okay. I feel another answer in that.
Oh, but I was curious, I heard you talking about being a doctor of physical therapy, and I don't know if I ran into too many of those type folks, but so for example, we have the Blue Cross and Blue Shield. So can I come directly to you, or do I have to get referred?
Right, I think his question is basically, can you come direct access? Like we talked about before, Florida has direct access. Some states do not have that, and Florida is one of those states, and we're trying to get all 50 states to do that. Yes, there's a question to take all insurances from the Blue Cross Blue Shield, Cigna, Medicare, workers' compensation, and all the major.
Take that away. People who are self-insured, pay as you go. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Pay as you go.
we take Medicaid.
No, pay as you go. So it's cash. That's what I'm
We
saying.
take cash.
Okay, there you go. That's what I'm saying. All right, well, listen, I want y'all to meet Dr. Watkins, so join me again in thanking him for being here. Okay, okay, Reverend Powell, come on down, we're gonna give away some money. How much you got?
$15.
$7,000.
$15.
How much?
$15.
$15,000.
$15,000.
Thousands. I'm gonna pay any of the other that I didn't say there. Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll have you draw. Okay. Maybe you gotta take it.
Okay.
All right.
The money's in, the money's in there.
Oh, can I get up here? Can I get up here? Get your tickets out here. We're gonna have, Rick House on up. Get your glasses on.
392-4281.
392-4281.
That's me.
Okay. Come on up, Come on up.
What do I win?
$15.
Oh, I'm so excited. I didn't know what I won. I was just like,
$1,000. Okay, he's gonna hand you
I was like, I'll take a cookie. Woo!
You're excited, maybe
You're an angel. Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay, we're gonna get a picture. Okay, we're gonna get a picture.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. You're welcome.
All right, don't forget Monday is trick or treat night over at the Belmont Building for, what's the address? 401 North Street. Right on Belmont, just on Monday, 6 o'clock for trick or treat night. Bring your young and old. Just don't bring anybody over 120 years old, under 120.
Are you gonna do, are you gonna do the picture?
Oh, yes, thank you. Nikki, you want to come on up? Thank you. Come on up, Nikki.
Oh, yes.
Can you grab it? You want to tell about this here before we close? It's a good way to close it out. Come on,
Yes.
this picture.
It's just a painting that I did off of a picture on the phone. It's Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, so you're giving that to me and Lloyd. Thank you so much, y'all. Nikki's a doctor. I didn't know, I gotta know you hanging. So this is cool. Thank you so much. We will proudly display this. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, y'all enjoy each other. Enjoy meet Dr. Watkins and enjoy the food and what else? Have a good night. See you. All right.
Yeah, it was up you. How you doing, Wendy?
Great job, man. Yeah, you didn't need any notes or anything.
I know, right? That was like freaking me out. Good stuff.
Really? What did you teach? I love that. I've always loved math and science. I ever teach grade 2 and I just got like very first because everyone told me smart. Yes. That is amazing. I'm so stoked that you're biology. That's so awesome. That's so cool. But yes. I still have your cards. Yes. Oh, thank you. You're awesome.
I was happy that it didn't actually
You know what it is?
Thanks for bringing that banana pudding.
You up? They told me you was mean mug to me. I didn't want you to hurt yourself. So I was like, you gonna give me.
Okay, good, good. Appreciate
I have a question for you though.
Sure.
If you would have picked it out, I would have. I'm like, I should have used that shoes. What kind of shoes you have on? What's your stack?
Well, I have a rapper's costume too. I couldn't find that in the home for a rapper's costume. And glasses, everything. Oh yeah, I had it. I couldn't find it at home before I came over here.
Thank God.
This is me and Ariel at Halloween this year. She had a black little costume on.
So where did you find this whole?
I just bought it at like Party City.
Oh, okay.
Little boy, so Barry and he was wearing it. He was doing my brother. My brother. Joe. That's my son Steve, and that's my brother Joe.
It's in flying.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Chicken
Well, I had somebody
little
work in my house, and they couldn't fix it, so I was late, so I was watching online, and then it just stopped.
70s days.
So I finally said, well, so I just get I don't get to come down here very often. So this was good. I enjoyed it, yes.
Hey, Doc. We think I'm all cute and dressed. I mean, you think I'm all cute, but I'm like, I'm sitting in the suit. I need to look twice.
Okay.
Oh, no them days. I put on a old dress and I said, okay, let me go. I caught a view in the mirror. Okay, let me put my jacket on.
There was a couple people on Facebook, but I don't have access to see what YouTube.
I'm seeing somebody. Wow.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not like that. That's what they told me when I went back.
What's that song? Welcome to
Everyone that's got the most money.
So anyway, I'm sitting there.
They falling over there.
I do my contacts. Well, that's what I don't know.
This is still working.
No, it's just like the contact lenses?
It was
Oh, implant. Okay.
Count the back box?
still working on that.
So numbers about what you're talking about. Okay.
And they make you feel like it's really gonna help you being out there.
Right. Yeah, in this book.
Y'all knew you were.
Nice to meet you too.